Good day and welcome to this gentle hatha flow class where we will be doing quite a few of the warrior postures, a couple of core exercises, so just building into a bit of strength in the body. So grab your mat and come and join me in easy seat. For today's practice, if you have handy anything that you can use as a strap, so either the belt of your gown or a towel or a scarf, and just have that handy and beside you. And then also, if you like to prop up the hips and use a block or a rolled up blanket or towel, you may do so. So maybe let's start there, bringing the block underneath the buttocks and allowing yourself just to settle in easy pose. Sukhasana. So just checking in with yourself, checking in if you're squaring the hips right down into the ground, and if you're able to create a lovely long line from the base of the spine all the way through the crown of the head. And then when you're ready, bring the hands down to the knees, palms facing upward. Join me for a short meditation. Gently close the eyes. Allow yourself to just begin bringing awareness now to your breath. Connecting to your prana or your life force. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose and just noticing the subtleties of your breath on this day. And as we move through this next hour of practice, allow yourself to become fully aware of your mind, your body, and your breath. Joining all three together allows you to just operate in this present moment. With so much uncertainty and anxiety out in the world today, just know you can return to this space of stillness, this space where none of that matters. Just inhaling and exhaling, enjoying the beautiful rhythm of your breath. Noticing this morning whether you're breathing fast or slow, whether you're able to fully expand into the chest cavity, inflating the lungs fully as you inhale, and then as you exhale, deflating right down to the bottom of the lungs. Deep inhale and exhale. Now become settled on your mat, just take a moment to notice any sensations in your body, any stiffness, and then begin to notice any thoughts in your mind. Not attaching, just noticing and then letting them drift on by like clouds in the sky. Gently begin to bring attention and awareness back into the body, to sounds around you and within the room. And then gently flutter your eyes open, coming back. Wonderful. Let's begin now with a gentle warm-up, just getting back into the body, connecting the breath to the movements. You can come off your block if you were sitting on one. If you are on a blanket, you can remove that to the side now too. Keeping yourself in easy seat, leaving the hands underneath. Let's begin with some tiny swirls. So sitting and pressing down onto both sit bones. Begin a tiny swirl going in one direction and then in the other. And then we're taking it a bit bigger. Let's drop the right shoulder to the right knee, left shoulder to left knee, and extend the circle around. Just checking in with what's going on in the spine and the hips. Gentle Sufi swirls around in one direction, and then you can reverse and go in the other direction. Coming back to neutral. Inhale to draw the arms up, gaze towards the ceiling, chin up to the hands. Exhale, side out, drop hands down. Inhale, draw hands up. Exhale, sigh, drop hands down. Inhale, draw hands up. Exhale, side out and drop them down. Inhale to draw hands up. Interlace fingers, send palms up to the ceiling, and as you exhale, gently twist the body over to the right side. Inhale forward, exhale left side. Inhale forward, exhale right side. Inhale forward, exhale left side. And then gently drawing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, sending the shoulder blades towards one another, opening up through the chest, opening up into the shoulders, taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward, dropping the forehead down towards the ground. Arms come up. Inhale up. Exhale, drop forward. Hands come up. Inhale, forehead to ceiling. Exhale, if you're even just able to come forward this far, it's a wonderful stretch into the shoulders. So this is enough if this is your range. Taking one last inhale up. Exhale, drop forehead down. Inhale up. And gently take a couple of rolls here. Through the shoulders, rolling them backwards. And then gently begin to roll shoulders forward. And coming back to neutral, grabbing hold of your strap now, if you have a strap handy, or your belt of your gown or your scarf, whatever you've got. We're going to take a couple of stretches into the shoulders. So just maybe having the hands a meter width apart. We begin by inhaling, raising up the arms, and as we exhale, we extend the hands back and drop them down towards the ground. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, drop hands forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Let's take this last one. Inhale up. Exhale, drop hands forward. Now see if you're able to walk the hands a little bit closer together, and whether or not you're still able to draw the hands up and extend them back, taking a lovely stretch here through the upper arms, through the shoulders. Inhale, raise arms back up. Exhale, drop hands down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, drop them forward. Let's take a last one. Inhaling up. Exhale, extending back. Inhale up. Exhale, drop hands. And then let go of your strap. Let's spread the arms out wide now. Inhale, touching the shoulders. Exhale, extend the hands out to the sides of the room. Inhale, touch shoulders. Exhale, extend hands out. Inhale, touch shoulders. Exhale, extend arms. Inhale, touch shoulders, and then joining the elbows, let's further stretch and lubricate into the shoulder joint. So each time you come forward, seeing if you're able to touch the elbows, drawing giant circles with the elbows. And then on the next one, let's reverse your circle going in the opposite direction. Last giant circle here, ending with the elbows touching. Gently drop palms down to knees, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale, raise the head all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Inhale, chin to ceiling. Exhale, drop chin down to chest. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, raise up the head. Exhale, drop chin to chest. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Coming back to neutral, let's inhale to gaze over the shoulder. Exhale, coming back to neutral. Inhale, gaze over left shoulder. Inhale, back to neutral. Gazing over the right shoulder. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale over left. Exhale, back to neutral. Dropping the chin to the chest, let's roll giant circles. 2 giant circles going in one direction, slow and mindful movement here. Then reversing, taking your giant circle into the opposite direction, ending with a chin pin to the chest, gently raising up the head. So let's come over into tabletop. Let's take a couple of cat-cow stretches before we move into the rest of our sequence. So wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, knees are stacked underneath hips. Press palms and shins into the mat and tuck the toes here to gain a bit of stability. We inhale, drop the belly to gaze forward. And as we exhale, we draw spine up and gaze to navel. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, roll up spine, gaze to navel. 2 more. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, gaze to navel. And then coming back to neutral, gently untuck the toes, step the hands forward, and we begin to roll forward and back. We're going to do moving the spine very gently, flexing and extending through the spine. As we move forward into cobra, thighs will eventually touch onto the mat. And as you extend back, forehead will drop down to the mat. So rolling forward and back. And exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. On the next time we reach cobra, just adjusting here and allowing yourself a couple of seconds to hold the posture. Allow the shoulders to drift away from the ears. Gaze forward, soften through the neck. 1 more deep breath here. And as you exhale, press all the way down into child's pose, allowing yourself a couple of breaths. And then gently raising yourself back up into tabletop or neutral tabletop. So we're going to inhale, raising left leg and right arm. So engage through the core here. Find your core. Extend and flex through the back foot. Reach forward with the right arm. Take a breath. And as you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. 4 more. Inhale forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale forward and hold for 4 breaths. Pressing down into left palm and right shin. Last deep breath. And as you exhale, send the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Sweep the right hand behind you. Grab hold of the left ankle. Raise up. Gaze forward. If you're not able to connect here, just set intention. This is tiger pose. Another 2 breaths. And exhale, drop hand and knee and gently wag hips from side to side. Very nice. Let's go over to the other side. Inhale, raising up right leg and left hand. Extending and flexing that right foot. Reaching forward with the left hand. Engaging through the core. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. We're doing 6. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last 1. Inhale, forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, up and hold. Let's take 4 breaths here. Flex that back foot, reach forward. Press into right palm and left shin. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, send that right sole of the foot to the ceiling. Sweep the left hand back. Grab hold of ankle or foot. Reach forward. 4 breaths here. Tiger pose. Or just set intention. And exhale, drop hand, drop leg, gently. Rock hips from side to side. Press down into child's pose. Reach hands forward. Take a deep breath. Press palms into the mat, tuck toes under. Stretch yourself up into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Begin to paddle the heels, one at a time, gently extending all the way from the hips, right down the legs, through the heels, pressing palms firmly into the mat as you draw all the way up to the sit bones, drawing knees up. A couple more breaths, and then when you're ready, gently begin to walk fingers in towards the toes. You can raise up onto the fingertips here. Take your time till the toes come to meet the fingers. Gently have a micro bend through the knee and allow yourself to dangle down. Nodding the head yes and no. Bring the hands onto the elbows. Gently rock from side to side. Sighing it out here. Allowing the hands to drift to the back of the ankles, crown of the head to drop down to the floor. Bring the hands up onto the shins. Inhale, gaze forward, flatten spine or just gaze towards the ground. Exhale, fold back down, crown to ground. Inhale, reach forward, flatten back. Exhale, hands to the back of the ankles, crown down to the ground. Last time, inhale, flatten. Exhale, fold. And then gently draw the hands up into the waist and roll out. 1 vertebra at a time. Coming into standing. So I welcome you now to take 1 round of Surya Namaskar Classic with me. So we will move through this round and then move into a bit of a warrior sequence. So come into the front of your mat, standing tall in mountain pose or Tadasana. Inhale to raise arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, flatten back, gaze forward. Exhale, step the right leg back and drop the knee. Inhale to raise up the arms, gaze to the hands, pressing into the left sole of the foot. Exhale, drop hands, step into plank pose. Take a moment in your plank pose, just engaging through core. Drop the knees, chin and chest. Inhale forward, raising up into baby cobra. Tucking the toes, pressing palms into the mat. Press into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Gazing forward, stepping the right leg forward, dropping the knee. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, drop hands down to feet, step both feet forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse dive, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to ceiling. Let's do the left side. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step left foot back, drop knee. Inhale, raise arms. Exhale, step both feet back, coming into plank. Drawing the knees, chin and chest to the ground, rolling forward into baby cobra. Tucking the toes, hands come down, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Couple of big breaths here. Gazing between the hands, step the left foot forward, drop the right knee. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, step feet forward. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to drop the crown down to the ground. Inhale, reverse dive the arms up. Exhale, hands to pray. Very nice. Couple of breaths. Just noticing energy flowing through your body now. And let's get ready for a couple of warrior postures, working and gaining some strength. So we're going to step the left foot back about 1 meter and a bit, and right foot faces the short edge of the front of your mat. Left foot is at about 10 o'clock, if you were to draw a clock around your mat. We're moving into warrior one. So in warrior one, we square hips to the front of the mat. We begin to bend down into the front knee. We sweep the arms up on the inhale, and let's take 4 deep breaths here. So really working through your alignment, ensuring your hips are squared, ensuring you're dropping down into this front thigh, engaging through the thigh. Let's take another 4 breaths. You can gaze up to the hands or just forward to the front of your room. So another 2 deep breaths. And as you exhale, gently roll yourself over into warrior two. Shifting hips now to the long edge of the mat. Arms are reaching out beside you. Drop down into this front right knee. Gazing along the right arm and off into the distance. Another 4 deep breaths here. Warrior two. Flipping the right hand so palm is facing up to the ceiling. Let's slide the left hand down the leg, raising up the right hand, coming into reverse warrior. Gazing up and reaching back, taking a lovely stretch all along the front side of the body. Couple of breaths. 4 breaths. And as you exhale, bring elbow over to the knee. We're coming into extended side angle. Raise up the left hand. Bend into this front knee. And then when you're ready, draw the arm right overhead. You can gaze underneath the armpit here or towards the hand. Let's take 4 breaths here. And as you exhale, gently roll back into warrior two. Taking a deep breath. And then straightening the front knee. We're going to move into Trikonasana or triangle. So reaching forward, shifting back, hip out, dropping the right hand down towards the shin, raising up left hand, creating this beautiful triangle shape. Both of the legs are straight here. Gazing up to left hand. Couple of breaths. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, sweep hands down and gently bend into front knee. Twist onto the back and ball of the foot. Step feet back into plank. Take a moment in plank. We're going to move into chaturanga and then upward facing dog. So take a breath here. And as you exhale, come down into yoga push-up, pressing up into upward facing dog. One breath, rolling over the toes and coming into downward facing dog. One breath here. Gaze forward towards the hands, raise up onto fingertips and gently begin to walk feet in towards fingers. We're going to dangle once more, so allow yourself a moment. Folding forward, hands onto elbows, rock from side to side. Nod the head yes and no. Side out. Drop the hands down. Drop the crown down to the ground, grab hold of the back of the ankles, draw yourself forward just that little bit more, and then gently draw hands into waist and roll out one vertebra at a time, coming back to standing. So you can stay where you are. For instructional purposes, I'll just move to the other side of the mat, and we'll move now into the left side, the right side, the other side of your warrior sequence. So this time we're taking the right leg, stepping it back about 1.5 meters. Toes are now pointing to 2 o'clock. Left foot is square with the front edge of your mat. Gently turn hips forward, drop into the front knee. Inhale to raise up, arms, gazing forward or gazing up towards hands. So really allow yourself to find stability as you drop down. Dropping hips into the ground, strengthening and really finding the strength in the thigh. So another 4 breaths here. And as you exhale, roll over into warrior 2. So now taking the hips square along the long edge of the mat, dropping into the front knee, reaching arms out beside you, gazing along that left arm, off into the distance or into the side of your room. Couple of breaths. Two more breaths. Really sink down, engage through this front thigh. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, flip that left palm up to the ceiling. Draw the right hand down the back of the right thigh, raising up the arm, coming into reverse warrior, reaching back, gazing up towards the hand. 4 breaths. One more inhale, and as you exhale, coming straight over into extended side angle. Dropping the elbow onto the knee, raising the arm up, adjusting yourself here, and then sweeping the hand over. You can gaze underneath the armpit here, or towards the hand. 4 breaths. And as you exhale, gently come back up into warrior 2, still dropping into that front thigh, still activating. And then gently straighten the leg. We're reaching forward to come into triangle pose, dropping hand down towards the shin, raising up right hand and gazing up towards it. Taking 4 breaths here in your triangle pose. Both legs are straight. And as you exhale, as you exhale, bring the hand forward, bend into front knee, bring hands onto the sides of the foot, onto the mat, press in, send the legs back. We're back into plank pose. We're dropping down into chaturanga and pressing forward into upward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. When you're ready, roll over toes, coming into downward facing dog. Very nice. Dropping knees to the mat. Toes are touching, knees come out to the edges of your mat, and we begin to roll hands forward, dropping forehead down onto the mat. Just allow yourself a couple of restful breaths here. Having found some strength, let's tone it down and take a couple of last exercises through the core. Last deep inhale. As you exhale, gently raise up, gaze to palms. Draw the hands back towards knees. Gently come forward. Cross the backs of the feet, coming into seated. We're going to take a couple of reverse postures, working into opening up the shoulders. So the first one is called reverse tabletop. Have the feet hip-width apart here. Draw the hands behind the body. Fingers are facing the heels. When you're ready, we begin to draw the entire body up, coming into what is called reverse tabletop. Now, if you have any issues with the neck here, just keep your gaze focused on the knees. If not, you can allow the head to drift back and to hang loose. You should be feeling a lovely stretch through the fronts of the shoulders and the front of the forearm, or the upper arm, shall I say. Let's take 4 deep breaths here. Maintaining the hips to be raised here. We're creating a lovely table. Imagine a tray of teacups. You're the table, you're serving this lovely tray of tea. So don't drop it. One more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, gently lower the buttocks. We come straight into boat pose. So just leaning back, ever so slightly, raising up through the spine. Legs, toes are flexed towards the ceiling. Arms are out beside the legs. Let's take 6 breaths here. Flex the feet, activate the legs, draw up through the spine, find the core. We're not working into the hips, we're working into the core. Let's go, 4 more breaths. And exhale, gently drop feet, hug knees, drop forehead onto the knees. Give yourself a hug here, couple more breaths. We're going to move into reverse plank pose. So just shift yourself back onto the mat a little bit. Draw the feet out in front of you. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, fingertips facing the buttocks. And when you're ready, inhale. We're going to raise up the hips and lower the soles of the feet down onto the mat. So let's take our 4 deep breaths here. Keep the hips raised. Keep the palms planted. Gaze towards toes. Last deep inhale, raise up that little bit more. And as you exhale, lower the buttocks down to the ground. Roll yourself straight back into boat pose for 6 breaths. Hands are extended out beside. You're lengthening up, not dumping through the spine. Let's go. One last deep inhale. And exhale, drop feet to the mat, hug the knees, drop forehead to knees. Couple more deep breaths here. And then from here, we're just gently going to roll onto the back, allowing yourself to drop down, keeping the knees hugged into the chest. Rock from side to side. Gently roll. Knees around in one direction, massaging out lower back, and then reverse and go in the opposite direction. We're going to take a couple of twists just before we come into Shavasana, keeping the knees hugged into the chest. Bring the hands out beside you, palm facing down, and on your exhale, allow the knees to drift over to one side. So, one hip stacked over the other. gaze towards the left hand, or just keep the gaze up towards the ceiling, wherever works for you. Allow yourself to just settle here for a moment. Couple more breaths. Last deep inhale. As you exhale, draw the knees back up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. And then begin to drop them over to the left side, gazing now towards the right fingers. Once more, stacking hips over each other, gazing towards the left hand or up towards the ceiling, wherever works for you. If anything pinches or doesn't feel right, just come out slightly. Listen to your body. Last deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently draw knees back up towards the ceiling. Hug them into the chest one last time. And then when you're ready, send the soles of the feet down to the edges of your mat. Bring the hands out beside you. We're coming into Shavasana or corpse pose, final relaxation. Allow the hands to drift out beside the body. Settle the shoulders into the mat. Allow yourself to fully let go and relax. Beginning with the tips of the toes, the soles of your feet and your ankles. Scanning here for tension. Letting go and relaxing. Moving into the shins, the calves, the knees, the thighs. Allowing everything to soften as you let go and relax. Softening through the hips, the belly, the lower back. Letting go and relaxing. Scanning into the chest, scanning all the way along the spine, beginning at the base, moving up one vertebra at a time, through the lower back, through the mid-back, arriving at the base of the neck, completely melting into the ground. Arms are heavy, bones of the arms melting into the floor. Scan into the shoulders. Let them soften and melt down into the mat. Move awareness into the neck. Unclench the jaw. Relax the muscles around the mouth and the eyes. Relax the area between the brow point. The crown soft. The back of the head melting into the ground. Your whole body as relaxed as you let go and soak up the practice. Allow your body this time to assimilate the movements, to assimilate having been in the present moment, having let go of anxiety, yourself these last moments in this space. Whole body is relaxed as you bring your awareness back to the breath. Begin to wriggle the toes, bringing some movement back into your feet. Take the tip of your thumb and gently draw it across the tips of your fingers. Allow your head to roll over from one side to the other. Draw your arms up overhead. Take a last deep stretch through the body. And when you're ready, roll onto either your right or your left side for a last moment of stillness here. For today's reading, I'm reading to you something written by Marianne Williamson, who wrote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure about you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others." When you are ready, you can join me back in easy seat. Gently bring your hands to touch in Anjali Mudra, or prayer position. Begin rubbing your palms together, generating some warmth. Then sending that warmth into your heart center, so connecting here, sending that warmth to radiate throughout your being, taking a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, bow your head down, nose towards the tips of the fingers. Taking this moment to acknowledge yourself. Taking this last moment to think of one thing you can be grateful for today. And with this thought of this thing to be grateful for, move with that thought into the rest of your day. No matter where or no matter what, there is always something to be grateful for. Gently raise your head. Namaste. I wish you all a really beautiful day.